Hey class, it is Mrs. Gilling here, and we are about to go over your Unit 4 video assignment, and I'm calling this one Your Guide to Climbing Mount Everest, because in this unit you're going to learn a little bit about the Himalayas, and that's where Mount Everest is, so I thought I'd give you some fun facts. It should be a pretty quick video for you. But before we get into your survival guide, here's the joke of the unit. Where do pencils come from? Pennsylvania. Okay, come on. All right, Pennsylvania. All right, let's get into your guide. Okay, so like I said, you're going to be learning a little bit, just really briefly about the Himalayas, and they talk a little bit about Mount Everest, and I just thought I'd give you some fun facts about it, just to kind of broaden your knowledge there. So first of all, if you are planning to climb Mount Everest, you need to know how tall it is. So Mount Everest is about 29,000 feet, and I did some calculations, and 29,000 feet or 5,471. Mrs. Gillings, that's me, about 5'4.5", standing on top of each other's shoulders. So that's pretty tall. You got to be ready for that. All right. The next thing you're going to need to know if you're going to climb Mount Everest is that you need to pack a coat, or maybe even two, because the warmest temperature on Mount Everest is about -4 degrees Fahrenheit. That's like when you breathe in and your nose hairs get all frozen. Yeah, that's what it's like, times like a million, I imagine. Some parts of the mountain even have snow and ice all year long. So it's always going to be cold there if you're going to climb. So be prepared. Next, plan to take a lot of time off from work and school, because experts say it takes about 10 weeks. 10 weeks to climb Mount Everest. What's that, like 2.5 months? So you're going to have to take your whole summer vacation if you're going to go climb Mount Everest. The reason why it takes so long, it's not actually climbing the mountain that necessarily takes forever. It's because when you get there, you have to get acclimated because the elevation is so different. They say that it's something like at the peak, you have 66% less oxygen than you do at sea level. So you really have to get acclimated, and you also have to set up base camps because it's not like there's a McDonald's on the mountain. So you got to climb up a little bit, set up a base camp, come down, go up, set up another base camp, come down. So you have the supplies that you need for you, food, fuel, oxygen, all that stuff, because you will need oxygen again because you're just at a different elevation. It's rough on your lungs. So definitely plan the time to take off from school and work because you're going to need 10 weeks. The next thing you need to do is you better start saving, okay? On the low end, climbing Mount Everest costs $20,000, and on the high end, it's $115,000. And I looked at a bunch of websites for all this, and it was crazy, all the things that you have to buy to climb Mount Everest. You've got to buy, first you got to get there, right? You got to get your plane tickets and your bus tickets and your taxi tickets and whatever it's going to take you just to get down there. Then all the equipment you have to purchase. Then you're going to have to pay for a guide because I don't know how to get up Mount Everest, do you? You got to get yourself a Sherpa. Then you're going to need to have all that food, and you're going to need oxygen. And that is going to cost you a pretty penny. So if you want to kind of go it solo and not get as much help, you're looking at about 20. But if you want to have this super fancy experience, hardcore, top of the line of equipment, probably about $115,000. Better start saving now. And the last thing you need to do is you need to have your affairs in order. And I don't mean to bum anybody out here, but since the 1920s, approximately 300 people have died climbing the mountain. It's an average death rate of about 4%. So apparently it's getting a little bit better. They're getting smarter about how to climb the mountain, I guess. But because of the elevation changes and how cold it is and people being unprepared, people die sometimes when they climb the mountain. And the kind of scary part is that not all the bodies are able to be brought down. So if you climb up the mountain, you may find the remains of some unsuccessful climbs. So kind of scary. Very scary, actually. But there's brave people out there. You may be one of those brave souls that wants to attempt to climb Mount Everest someday. Fun fact, I don't know how fun it is, but I did find it interesting. In my mind, I would think that more people would struggle going up the mountain and that they might get cold going up the mountain, and that might be when they pass away. But actually, the majority of the people will die on the descent. So there are studies saying, again, though, that those numbers are going down. So don't lose hope if you want to climb Mount Everest. Just be prepared and know what you're getting yourself into. And I got a lot, like I said, some of this information is in your text, but a lot of it came from this fun website here. So if you really do feel like you're ready to climb that Mount Everest, then go visit this site. But I hope you found this as a fun little break from some of the other things you were studying and get you ready for the unit. So go ahead and go take your video assignment and then get into some more stuff about Asia. Thanks, guys.